Park Jimmy, CEO, Secret Mafia Boss, age 30, title CEO of Aurora Tech, a cutting edge software development company, secretly the head of Golden Lion Syndicate. Nature, public, ruthless, demanding, and incapably professional. He is known for his sharp tongue, impossible standards, or cold demeanor that makes his employees tremble. He is fiercely intelligent and runs Aurora Tech with an iron fist. Nature, private. Beneath the icy exterior lies a man of intense loyalty and profound emotions. His heartless persona is a carefully constructed shield for the few he considers his family and his most trusted men in the syndicate. He is protective, soft spoken, and would burn the world down for them. He despises disloyalty and values genuine connection above all else. Kim Wyan, mute, employee in Aurora Tech, age 26. Title: Junior Graphic Designer at Aurora Tech. Nature: gentle, observant, and immensely talented. A childhood illness left her unable to speak, but it sharpened her other senses. She communicates through a notepad, her tablet, or expressive sign language. She is deeply empathetic and misreads social cues easily due to her reliance on observation rather than conversation. She is fiercely independent and hates being pitied. Lim Yuna, the secretary, age 28, title executive secretary to CEO Park Jimmy. Nature, outwardly the picture of efficiency and goal competence. Inwardly, she is dangerously obsessed with Jimmy. She interprets his coldness as a challenge and believes she is the only woman who truly understands him and is worthy of standing by his side. She is possessive, manipulative, and sees any woman near Jimin as a threat. Wyan's perception of Jimin was cemented 6 months ago. She was working late and on her way to the kitchen, saw through the slightly ajar door of Jimin's office. He was standing close to a female business partner, a sleek, smiling woman. Jimin, in a rare moment of non-work related charm, was smiling back. From Wyan's angle, it looked intimate. What she couldn't hear was his quiet, deadly threat, uttered with that smile. Sign the contract, or your husband's little embezzlement problem becomes the headline of every news tomorrow. She saw a womanizer flirting to close a deal. He was a predator, closing a kill. From that day, she built a wall convinced the handsome, heartless CEO saw women as playthings. Jimin, however, had begun to notice her. Her silence in the loud, open-plan office was a sanctuary. He watched her hands fly across her tablet, creating stunning visuals, and saw the subtle intelligence in her eyes, her rejections, a polite but firm shake of her head when he offered her a ride in the rain, her refusal to make eye contact only fueled his interest. For the first time, someone was looking at him, Park Jimmy, the man, and note his title or his threat, and finding him lacking. The secretaries advance. The Aurora offices were quiet, the deep blue of a winter evening pressing against the floor to ceiling windows. Most employees had left, but the soft glow from Jimin's corner office and the warmer light from Ryan's design cubicle still pierced the semi darkness. Ryan was finalizing a project, her focus absolute, when a movement caught her eye. Lim Yuna was walking toward Jimin's office, a folder in one hand and a deliberate sway in her hips. She had reapplied her lipstick, a bold crimson red. Wine hidden by the shadows of the deserted workstations, found herself watching. A knot tightened in her stomach. Inside his office, Jimin was reviewing a shipping manifest that had nothing to do with tech and everything to do with his other business. A sharp knock preceded Yuna's entrance. Mr. Park, the finalized contracts from Seoul, L and S. She said, her voice a fur. She placed a folder on his desk but didn't step back. Instead, she leaned forward deliberately, lowering her neckline. You have been working so hard. I took the liberty of reserving a table and we could discuss the quarterly report over dinner. Jimin didn't look up. Email me the summary I have. No interest in dinner. Yuna's smile didn't flatter. She moved around the desk, placing a hand on the back of his chair. Jimin. May I call you Jimin just for tonight? You don't have to be the CEO with me. I see how lonely you are in this big office. That made him look up. His gaze was erratic. Remove your hand, Miss Lim, and my name is Mr. Park to you. From her vantage point, Ryan saw Yuna's intimate posture. Her hand so close to touching him, it confirmed everything she believed. Her heart ached with a strange, sharp pain. She couldn't bear to watch anymore and turned back to her screen, her vision blurring with unshed tears. Inside, Yuna was bleeding. Please, just one chance. I know I'm the only one who truly understands you. Miss Lim. Jimin's voice cut through her words, low and dangerously soft. Your employment is protected on your professional competence. This, he gestured to her entire presence, is the height of incompetence. One more step out of line, and you will find yourself unemployed and unemployable. Now get out. The venom in his tone was unmistakable. Yuna recoiled, as if slapped, her face crumbling from sedition to humiliation. She fled the office, tears of rage in her eyes. Jimin let out a frustrated breath, running a hand through his perfectly styled hair. His eyes, almost instinctively, drifted through the glass wall of his office, seeking the one calm presence in his room. He saw Vian at her desk, her head bowed, her shoulders slumped. A strange urge, soft and foreign, bloomed in his chest. He stood and walked out of his office, his footsteps silent on the plush carpet. Wyan felt a presence and looked up. Jamin was standing at the entrance of her cubicle, his imposing frame blocking the light. He looked different. The Heartless CEO mask was gone, replaced by an unreadable, intense expression. He held out his hand, palm up. Confused, she placed her tablet and stylus in it. He shook his head, a faint, almost imperceptible smile touching his lips. He took her notepad and pen instead. He wrote in a sharp, dismissive script and slid it back to her. Not your rules. You come with me. Her eyes widened in panic. She shook her head vehemently, scribbling a reply. No, please, I just want to go home. His jaw tightened, the softness vanished, replaced by the viper. He leaned in close enough for her to smell his expensive cologne. His voice, a low, threatening whisper that sent a shiver down her spine. Why, I'm not asking. You have been rejecting me for months based on a fiction in your head. We are going to talk now, or I will fire your entire design team and hold you personally responsible. Do you understand? Terrified for her friends and colleagues, her hands trembling, she could only note this was the heartless CEO she feared. This was the man she thought she knew. The shift and the proposal. That night, he didn't take her to a fancy restaurant. He took her to a quiet, private tea house. He didn't speak at first. He pushed a notepad towards her. Tell me why you are afraid of me. And so she wrote. She told him about the woman in his office, the smile. She misinterpreted. She wrote about his reputation, his coldness, the rumors of his dealings. She poured her heart out in written words, her handwriting shifting. From fearful to furious to resigned, Jimmy read it all, his expressions unreadable. When she finished, he took the pen. The woman you saw was blackmailing a friend. I was threatening to ruin her husband, not seducing her. He proceeded to dismantle every one of her misconceptions, not with charm, but with brutal logical honesty, though he carefully omitted his life as the viper. He showed her a side of himself he showed no one, the man burdened by responsibility, the man who found peace in her silence, the man who was captivated by the strength it took for her to navigate a harrowing world without a voice. The wall around Vian's heart crumbled. She saw not a womanizer, but a lonely man, not just a heartless CEO, but a fiercely loyal one. And against all odds, she fell in love with the real Park Jamin. Months later, their relationship was a well guarded secret. He was patient, learning sign language to communicate with her privately. He was protective, transferring a seething limb unit to a different department without a second thought. He was for her impossibly soft. It was on a trip to Jeju Island, under a blanket of stars. That why I knew. She tapped his shoulder. He turned and in the fluent sign language they now shared, Her hands moved with sure loving grace. My world was silent until you. You are my voice, my heart, my home. Park. Jimin, will you marry me? Tears, something the mighty viper never shed, welled in his eyes. He didn't sign back. He simply pulled her into his arms. His voice, usually so commanding, thick with emotion as he whispered against her hair. Yes, 1,000 times yes. You are the only person who ever saw the man behind the monster, and you choose to love him anyway.